Yeah, another good night. Obviously, the key to winning anything is getting a good start, and JT gave us that. Just towed the rubber, man, minimized damage, worked around some things. Thought had good stuff tonight. Really set the tone for us early. And offensively, I thought we were unbelievable at setting some stuff up. Thought we tried maybe a little bit too much there early and then kind of let the game come to us late and took some really good swings and just a really proficient night offensively. So good start. Now we turn our attention to Alabama State tomorrow and get to work against a team that's going to be fresh, man. They didn't play today, so they'll be ready to rock coming in here tomorrow. So we're excited to get going.
Will, how'd your first opener season feel?
Really good. Just after a weekend I didn't really feel myself, it just felt awesome to catch something solid.
Coach, you kind of referenced it like early on in the game. There was a lot of kind of chances botched, and it was kind of a weird game with a lot of pauses early on. You like the way your offense kind of just battles, stayed in there, and finished strong there?
Yeah, super weird game, right? You have all those reviews, extended, weird plays. So it felt like we were never going to get in the flow of the game. But, man, I thought we did an unbelievable job of setting stuff up. And, I think sometimes you get in there, you want to execute so bad. You want to get it done so bad for your boys that you just kind of leave the zone. And we weren't kind of ourselves in that situation. But nobody panicked. Like, I wasn't panicking. These kids didn't panic. It was just, hey, set up again and go do your job. They do it 1,000 times. And, we got a big 2-out hit from Braun there that kind of gave us some breathing room. But we just kept coming. I thought our approach at the plate was just elite again. I thought it just really shrunk the strike zone and flipped some counts and gotten some good counts, drove some pitch counts up. And, man, when you see different arms like that, it can be tough. And I didn't think we gave any of them a break, which is what you want to see.
JT, what was working for you on the mound today?
Just fastball command, it's really easy to go out there and have all my teammates behind me. They make it really easy to pitch.
Coach, do you have an update for us on Garrett finally back on the lineup card today after he didn't play, and then if nothing else, a little bit bad luck with that in the very first inning?
Yeah, not a whole lot yet. Obviously, pretty precautionary. It got him pretty good on the finger, so we're gonna wait and see. I know. I haven't even seen our trainers or anything afterwards. When I head back to the locker room, I'll get a little better feel of what's going on there. But hate it for him, man. That guy worked so hard to do some things and is playing elite baseball right now. So kind of an unfortunate turn, but man, we got the best medical care in the world here. So regardless of what it is, that guy will be back ready to go soon. So hopefully it's something minor and we can get him back out there here real quick.
I know you always want your guys to be ready, but Brennan did do a good job with 2 hits and an RBI. What do you think about his readiness to come off the bench tonight?
Yeah, Brennan's just so mature, man. He's such a great teammate, such a good human that believe me, he wanted to play tonight, but he didn't want to play that way. I can promise you that, But he did. He was ready, and I tell these guys all the time, you have no idea when that's coming. A foul tip, a pinch hit opportunity, you have no idea. And B was ready and played well for us out there. Had a couple hits and played solid defense. And there was a play deep in the kind of to his backhand. It's not an easy play that he made a really good read on, and those are things that can get overlooked. But coming off the bench, that ain't easy. But he was ready, and like I said, I'm sure you'd ask him. That's not how we wanted to get in the game today, but I thought he did a great job.
Coach, another effective appearance for Tyler Fay of the bullpen. Talk about what you've seen from him so far that's gotten to be so effective.
Yeah, when T-Fay's at the bottom of the zone, he doesn't get hit, and I thought he landed his breaking ball today. He got in and commanded the slider right out of the gate, and then just showed 93 with some sink to it. So when he's at the bottom, he's as good as it gets. He gets in trouble when he gets up, but he came out and he was hooked in. And Zane Probst, one of our young guys, just kind of stepping into the coaching world, is doing a great job kind of getting those guys and helping those guys prepare in the bullpen. He was in that bullpen last year, so he understands what it takes and did an unbelievable job of getting those guys ready. But T-Fay's kind of a jack of all trades for us, man. That guy's going to end up starting some games this year. He can be good out of the pen. He can do a little bit of everything. So more than anything, just happy for him that he got out there and that hard work's kind of coming to fruition.
And Coleman Mizell continues to hit. Just talk about what you've seen really from the growth, even from this past offseason to really beating 3-hole hitters today.
Yeah, Bulls just continued to get better. I think that's the thing that's neat. Like, I hit the young pup in the 3-hole, and most guys, what happens there, it's like, man, I got to prove it. I got to prove that I belong in the 3. And he didn't do that. I thought maybe his most impressive at bat of the game, I don't even remember who it was against, but he took a 2-2 and a 3-2 changeup down out of the zone that Will can tell you, that ain't easy to do, especially for a young guy that's trying to show that he should be there and show that he belongs there. And he just was really mature in those at bats tonight. So he's a middle of the order SEC hitter. There's no question, and it's fun to see him kind of stepping into that role and playing with some confidence. He didn't start opening game of the season, and he didn't get his dauber down. He didn't feel bad for himself. He just kept showing up, and when he got his opportunity, he took advantage of it. So we're going to need him to be that and hit in the middle of the order. If he can do that, he's very capable of it, and I thought it was just a really mature day for him at the plate.
Coach, what do you see out of Ada Mosa? He had 2 kind of early walks, and then after a mound visit, struck out 2 guys swinging and 1 guy looking. How'd you see him adjust on the mound and kind of get back attacking?
I told JJ, I said, I don't know what you said, but let's say more of that. A great mound visit. No, I think Moses' first outing of the year, right? It's a little bit chilly out there, and I mean Moses can really spin the breaking ball. And on a cold night tonight or a cool night tonight, sometimes it can be hard to find that grip for it. But he's a vet, man, and he didn't panic. And yeah, I mean, if you ask him, he probably thinks he had a terrible outing. But at the end of the day, two walks that he'd love to have back, but then settled in and executed. And that's what this game's all about. It's not about how many you walk, how many you strike out, how many homers you hit. It's about winning games. It's about hanging zeros and doing that. And that's what Mose did. So he's a vet, and he'll continue to grow and get better. He's throwing a little cutter now that's been effective, and just didn't have feel for that at the very beginning, and then started landing it a little bit late, mixing the curveball, mixing a good slider, and I mean there's 95 in his hip pocket too. So it was good to see him kind of settle in and finish that inning.
JT, I've got a stat that's going to blow your mind. First 3 innings between the 2 teams, 4 taken pitches called strikes. How does that kind of make you adjust when you're out there on the mound, since that was when you were doing your work?
Yeah, that's part of the game. At the same time, you just got to keep working through it and just trusting the guys behind you.
Coach, another game with more walks and strikeouts. I mean, there was 4 different guys in the lineup who walked at least twice. Just how important is it to have so many guys in the lineup who can really work counts, work up that pitch counts, and really have an entire starting lineup who can do that.
Yeah, I mean, I think if you sit in on some of those hitters meetings, that's Coach Pap's message, man. That's his big thing. It's like we're going to be aggressive in a small window. He talks about it all the time. These guys work on it every day. And I think Pap himself, and I know this sounds weird, but he's done such a great job of helping these guys get prepared this year. That's been one of our big takeaways from last year. Like, our swing rate was one of the highest in the league last year. We didn't strike out, but we swung a lot, and we walked the least. And you start looking at we still had a good offense and did some good things, but man, the toughest offenses to face when I think back to last year, I think about Texas A&M. I think about a team that, man, they didn't move on balls unless it was in the damage zone, and when it was, they hammered them. And that's really been our focus from day one. Is the last thing we want to be is passive. But we don't also want to probably lead the league in swing rate, because that means we're just moving on some borderline pitches. So Pap's just done such a great job of helping these guys. And these guys, they understand the importance of it. We got some mature players. We got some older players that understand the value of that. And I thought that was the most impressive part of tonight, is I thought we did a really good job of, there's guys coming in the game, we didn't have any information on some of them. And so you don't know shapes, you don't know what they've got or what they're doing. But we did such a great job of kind of shrinking to the damage zone. And there were some balls that were called strikes tonight that I might not have agreed with. But the more we continue to take those and the better job we do with that, the more we're going to be in better counts. Because that's baseball. I don't care what umpires you have. You got big league umpires, you're going to get balls off here and there. It's just the game of baseball. It's what makes it beautiful. But the more we continue to force them to the heart of the plate, the more damage we're going to do, the more walks we're going to have, and the more runs we're going to score.
Coach, so, first pair of weekday games this week on Tuesday, Wednesday, Alabama State tomorrow, of course, and then the Jacksonville series this weekend. How does your kind of approach or message change or kind of stay consistent even through, these sort of games compared to a big series to open the season in Jacksonville?
Yeah, I think my coaches hate me because I gave them 5 different scouting reports over the course of about 6 days, which ain't easy to prepare for. But it's JJ says with the pitchers all the time. It's not against an opponent. Really, we're playing the game where it's like a faceless opponent in what we do. So, irregardless of it being Alabama State tomorrow or Coastal on Friday, we're gonna try to go out and prepare to play our game and to run our plan off and to do our thing. And that's what you really judge yourself on this time of year. It's not about yes, it's about winning. Don't get me wrong. We care about that, but there's also times I've left the field in the past over my career where you win early, but you leave there like, man, like that's not it, And I really like the brand of baseball we're playing right now, and I think this brand of baseball, if we can consistently run that off, you're not guaranteed anything in this game, especially in this league, but you will set yourself up for pretty good things. And we get a chance to do it again tomorrow, and then against 3 really good teams this weekend.
JT, first appearance this season is out of the bullpen. Today you're a starter. Like, can you walk us through kind of your approach change between the two? Coming out of the bullpen or starting, like how you stay prepared, or length of preparation that goes into that.
Yeah, it's kind of the same. You've got to prepare every day like you're going in, and so either coming out of the bullpen or starting, it's the same like mental preparation and just going out there and doing your job.
We'll talk about what kind of pressure it puts on the opposing pitcher and how it feels. Loading the bases tonight in each of the first 4 innings, and just, everywhere the other team looks, there's a guy on the corner. So just what do you guys work on with that in terms of just passing it to the next guy, and how does it feel to see that pay off?
It just makes it really fun to hit when you have bases loaded because the pitcher's sweating. So it just makes it a really good feeling to go up there knowing that guy he has way more on the line than you do, because as a hitter, RBIs are king, and you got plenty of chances out there if we're loading the bases every inning.